Max, who do you think is going to have more success next season? Is it Belichick up there in your favorite city of Boston, or is it Brady down south in Tampa?
Brady. If you go by the metric that he has to take a team that's here and bring them here, Brady will have more success. However, the real answer will be Belichick. That's the actual answer who will have more success. Because what is everybody talking about right now? Right now, everyone's talking about Stephen A. Smith, foremost among them. Brady had nothing to work with in New England. He didn't have any weapons. Now, we all acknowledge he didn't have a great season. He didn't have any weapons. He didn't have a great season, but they won 12 games. What'd the Bucs win last year? Bucs win a lot of games last year? So the Bucs' fortunes will rise because they're replacing a bad quarterback with a solid NFL quarterback who's good when it matters most, right? Their fortunes will rise. What's going to happen to the Patriots when you take the quarterback away still with no weapons? Where are the weapons? Well, my prediction is they're going to win at least as many games as the Bucs. In fact, I think they'll win more games than the Bucs. It's not lost on me that the one time Brady wasn't really available to Belichick, they didn't go to the playoffs, right? But they won 11 games with Matt Castle. 11 games. And let's not forget how often we enter the season, even in recent years, looking at the Patriots 5-6 years ago, going, this is the year they fall off. Look, they just don't have the talent. Now, you can say, well, Brady made everyone better around them. Of course he contributed to that when he was closer to his prime. But it's really Belichick, the GM, collecting the pieces, including on the defense, and the coach designing the offense and the defense to put all those pieces in the best position to win. If Mike Tomlin can win 8 games with the Steelers last year, I got to think Belichick's winning double digits this year.
I'm not of that mindset. I'm going to roll with Brady because I think that the defense in Tampa, particularly the second half of the season, wasn't as awful as it appeared. I don't think that we can deny that. I think that Jameis Winston's 30 interceptions put that defense in a bad spot. That was why they were ranked 29th in points forfeited, but just 15th in yards allowed. I think that's a direct indictment against Jameis Winston and the position that he put that defense in on far too many occasions. Even though, to his credit, he did throw for 5,100 yards and he did throw for 33 touchdowns. So when we say he's bad, he was turnover prone, and definitely that's not a good thing. But it wasn't like he didn't do anything good. I think in the end, when you look at Tom Brady, to have Godwin available, to have Evans available, to have O.J. Howard available, Brate available, etc. I think when you look at the potpourri of weapons that he has at his disposal, if not the multitude of weapons that he has at his disposal, when you take into account, if you have any belief in Byron Leftwich as an offensive coordinator, if you have any belief in Bruce Arians as a play caller, and you consider what their reputation and their history has been in terms of getting some level of offensive production. In the case of Bruce Arians, not just when he was in Arizona, not just when he was in Pittsburgh, but when he replaced Pagano because Pagano got ill in Indianapolis as a head coach. You look at his history, his resume, and then you take into account what Tom Brady brings to the table with those multitude of weapons. And then you look at the NFC South. Atlanta is suspect. We've seen that last year, particularly defensively, albeit due to injuries for the most part. Carolina is definitely suspect with the overhaul that's taken place with them. And New Orleans is damn good. But look at the amount of points they gave up to Jameis Winston in Tampa last year. Look at the amount of points they gave up to Garoppolo in San Francisco. And you see those kind of things, and then you imagine what Tom Brady will be able to do with these weapons. It wouldn't surprise me at all if Tampa Bay ended up winning 11 games this upcoming season and New England won 10. Because even though Miami is still suspect, and don't get me started with Ryan Clark's boy, Mr. Gase, Adam Gase and the New York Jets. But the Buffalo Bills are still there. They're going to be better. And the New England Patriots are going to have one of the toughest schedules with a new quarterback. I definitely think it's plausible that Brady could end up having a better year than the Patriots. I think the Patriots' defense is going to be elite again. Offensively, they're going to be challenged.
Well, listen, guys, I don't like the type of disrespect that Jameis Winston is getting right now. Max alluded to it on the show. When Jameis Winston walks into a stadium, He's the all-time quarterback. He's the quarterback for both teams because his play is going to keep both teams in the game simultaneously. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get up on you big, you know you can still win because Jameis might throw you the football. But if they are losing, you never know. He might go off. You say what?
That ain't disrespectful.
That's not disrespectful.
I call him Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey, because when that man walks into a stadium, both teams know they have a chance because of him. He's the only quarterback in the league you can say that about.
That was your quote.
That's not disrespectful.
That was your quote.
This man can wear 2 jerseys at one time. There's nobody else in the league that's doing that. His 30 for 30 is going to be the greatest 30 for 30 ever. 30 for 30, Jameis Winston, 30 for 30. Okay?
So don't give it away for free, brother.
I'm just saying, Ryan Clark. I got it, Ryan Clark. So in other words, even though you gave the ultimate haterade to him, the ultimate disrespect, because you also give the ultimate love to him, it balances out? Is that what you're saying? I love him and I love him and I can't stand him. He's offensive player of the year and the defensive player of the year. That's what you're saying?
Absolutely. Hey, listen, I'm going to go with Stephen A here, though. I'm going to go with Stephen A and say that it's going to be Tom Brady. And I think it's because when you look at the weapons in Tampa, as Stephen A mentioned, he's going to put up yards. We looked at this team early on in the year, the New England Patriots, through their first 4 games, the Redskins, the Jets, the Miami Dolphins, and we were talking about this team going undefeated because at that time you thought they would have Josh Gordon. They added Antonio Brown for a game, and this offense was potent. Tom Brady was making sure he got the football to stars. Well, he has stars in Tampa Bay. What we also watched last year was this defense, as the year got long, as we got later on into the season, as we got into the first playoff game, they weren't as good. They weren't as dominant. They were feasting on bad quarterbacks, on bad teams.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.